What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 from the future, and I really want to thank all of you guys for the support on this series. This series did really well, and I'm glad that you guys enjoyed. And if you haven't watched the part 1 and part 2, which was the Aether Raids Offense, you should definitely check that out. The link to it is going to be in the description, and this is going to be the final part of the run where I show my defense replays. Alright, 6 hours to go for the season to end, and I am in tier 27. I do have the immunity, so even if I get hit, I will not lose any kind of lift. So yeah, this is my defense team, which I use for my Aether Raids Defense. I usually just use this. I don't really change this too much. So yeah, it's basically an Infantry Pulse team, and I've got 2 Legendary Azeras. I know it's a bit degenerate, and I've never been the one to say that I don't run degenerate defense team in Aether Raids. The thing is that I did used to run theme teams long back when this mode was new. But honestly, I found out there's no place for wholesomeness in this game mode. Everyone is out here for blood. So yeah, I just have this team. So I've got Sothis as my Infantry Pulse frontline unit with distant counter advantage and quick riposte. Really hard unit to take out in a single round, and that's why he's so good as a frontline unit. And he also provides Infantry Pulse support with his high HP. He's just +1 merged, and I've got Veronica here with Panic Staff. Helo's Galeforce, in my opinion, isn't really all that good for Aether Raids defense. Panic is just much better. And I've got Miracle on her, but she never really charges up that in time. And I've got Attack Speed Bond, Double Savage Blow. The reason why I'm not using any kind of assist skill is because I don't really want her to go out there and heal someone. I just want her to attack, get the panic, and get the job done. Because everyone and their mom uses visible buffs in Aether Raids Offense, so Panic is extremely good, especially against people who use like armor units with buffs, which you will see in the replays. So against those kinds of units, Veronica is just really good, and she also provides a really threatening amount of coverage on the area with her great mobility. And then I've got +10 Nino, one of my favorite units ever, and she's in the defense team as well with close counter advantage, quick on pulse, dual rally plus skill. This is basically for a rally trap. And then I've got Hardy Bearing Ophelia as well. She also has Infantry Pulse, and I have given her enough Dragon Flowers so that she can Infantry Pulse up Nino to have her Luna ready. Luna is really good because, as I said, against super tanks and stuff like that, you want to cut through their bulk, and Luna is really good for that. And we have Ophelia with the AoE special, really standard stuff honestly. And Rally Up Attack Plus, that's also good for Rally Trap with the help of Guidance on Azura. So basically, Rally Trap is just a way of making like a deceptive range basically, because Ophelia will jump, rally up, get danced, and then go all the way over here to attack the enemy, as you will see. So that's basically Rally Trap. Then we've got 2 Azuras. I have got this Azura with Shield Speed and Aerobatics, Guidance, and Fortress Defense. The reason why I'm running Fortress Defense is because you want your dancers to have as low of an attack as possible, because you don't want your dancers to go out there, get baited, and attack the enemy. Their job is to dance, and that's what they should do. For example, if she does less than 5 damage to any kind of foe, she will not attack that foe in the range and will instead choose to dance. So that's why Fortress Defense is really good. And then I've got this minus attack Azura with Hone Attack 4 and Chill Attack, Sacred Seal just for the chill. And minus attack once again is really helpful. As I explained before, you want to have low attack on your dancer as long as their name is not Hoshiden Summer Micaiah. So yeah, basically this is going to be an Infantry Pulse team, and this has worked out pretty good for me over the past few months. I don't think I've lost more than like 180 left on defense, and that's in the worst case scenario. So overall, a pretty solid defense team that has worked out. It definitely does have its weakness, as you will see in the replays as well. I'm going to be showing losses. I'm not just going to be showing the wins. So yeah, that's going to be the team. And this team has got 3 chills. The only chill I'm missing is chill defense. Reposition is good. Vengeance on Sothis is also good because of his high HP. I got 2 shrine structures, tactics room at max level, panic manor, and yeah, that's basically the team. And now let's move on to the replays. Now I'm not really going to be showing the names of the players in my replays, because a lot of people have this kind of habit of mocking their opponents in their Aether Raids Defense replays and just demeaning them. which is not really all that good because you don't know what that person went through in their day. Maybe they had a bad day in work or school, and that's why they didn't really make like the optimal plays you think they should have. That's why I'm just gonna be blurring out the names of my opponents, because I don't really want to bring any kind of annoyance to them. So this is the first replay of my week. So we're up against two Astra Mythics and Naga and Altina. Naga has got the skills, +1 Merce, Might, and Aether. Altina has got the standard build. And we have got Leon, really useful 3-movement dancer. She does have the dual tactics. Not sure about this. I guess they didn't have enough SP, but either way, like, it doesn't matter. Her job is not to attack. And then a +2 Brave Lyn with Brave Bow, I guess for hit and run shenanigans. Which can be done with a 3-movement dancer. And then they have got Nagi as their main tank, I guess. Now, Nagi can be pretty useful against certain kinds of defense teams because of her weapon, having that weapon strangler advantage against colorless foes, and also reducing damage from units like Ophelia. But you will see that's probably not going to be the case here. So let us begin. They're just going to be setting up, breaking the obstacles, broke the Golden Deer flag, and they're just going to be setting up. So Panic Manor is not really going to be affecting their main tank, which is fine, because I do have Veronica to do the panic stuff. And as I said, everyone and their mom uses buffs in Aether Raids Offense. So the Snagi also has buffs, but she has got hit with the buffs, and that is really good. So here, Nino is just going to be using Rally on Veronica, and that is also going to lead to Nino getting danced. So panic is going to be happening, and now Nagi is just super debuffed because, as you can see, the debuff from a chill skill and the like the negative penalty of your buffs turn into penalty also stacks up. So she has got 13 less resistance than what she had. So that is pretty good, and very low attack. So here, Sothis is going to break this obstacle, and he's going to get danced. He has got +7 to all of his stats from Azura. And he has got 66 attack basically with attack defense bond. And he's gonna absolutely ruin this Naga. So yeah, red unit beating the green unit. We know how the world works. Brave Bow, Brave Lyn. Because of Saki's blessing, she doesn't really care about this encounter. Takes out my Nino. But this is not really enough to do the job. And they don't really have much space to move. Here, Ophelia is just gonna be using Rally Hip Attack. And now she's gonna nuke someone after Veronica spreads the panic and the savage blow. Down goes Leon. Veronica is also gonna get danced, and the savage blow is gonna bring down Naga really low to the point where Sothis is just gonna take her out. So completely wiping out enemy's team. It usually never happens a lot of times. Usually people just surrender after their main unit is gone. As I said, this was the first replay of the week, so it did help me. So this replay was when I was in my immunity. You have immunity in Aether Raids Defense for 20 hours after you've got attack once. So this didn't really matter all that much to my overall score, I guess. So here we have got a Versa, +5 merged. Pretty good against my team, I guess. But not so much because I have 2 dancers, and your panic status doesn't really mean much when they're gonna get danced. Azura with aerobatics, flyer formation, Peony, and Micaiah with no sacred seal, which is completely fine, because not everyone takes Aether Raids that seriously, as I was saying before, and a lot of people just play to stay in tier 21 basically, and to offset their losses. And they've got Altina with Distant Defense. So only one Astra Mythic Hero. Peony is a bonus unit right now, so that's why they're using her. And bond skills are not really all that good in Aether Raids, because you need to have a unit beside you, and it's really easy to snipe this kind of unit. So once again, the rally is going to be happening. Ophelia jumps in. Nino and Ophelia get danced, and Ophelia is just going to nuke Altina. So that's why bond skills are not good, because Altina just got sniped, and she was just trying to activate pawn skill of Micaiah. And now, we also caused the panic status. Micaiah's got way too much resistance for my Veronica to actually hurt her. So she's gonna claim 2 KOs here. But Sothis is still there, and it's a big threat to my opponent's team. Vantage Seliph with Vengeance is really good. And a lot of times, they might take out my other units, but Seliph with his Vantage and Vengeance can be a big threat. And at this point, my opponent just loses to Seliph, and my Nino is back here, so there's no way for them to take out Nino. When she is in the Vantage range, these two cannot really do anything, and a Versa is gonna hit, like, eat a big hit despite her resistance and Weapon Strangle advantage. So yeah, they're just gonna forfeit. Alright, so this match was of the second day, and this did go into my score. So yeah, they have got Sothis here. She is a bonus unit, so that's why it makes sense to use her. And she is like very tanky, very fast. But the problem is, like, you can get overwhelmed by a team like this if you just get ganked up, despite how bulky you could be. So she's got her default base kit with swap and distant defense. And Fina here as their dancer with dual tactics. Azura with attack tactic. So attack tactic overlapping. And yeah, resistance tactic on Naga. So their main job is to just buff up Sothis. They're not really going to be able to have the tactic buffs on like these flyers. So yeah, let's begin. Sothis is just going to get danced. And Sothis has got a lot of buffs, so we're going to take all of those away. She's going to get hit by all kinds of chills, and that's why like super tanks can at times just struggle. And because she's a ball of stats, she's going to be attracting all kinds of chill debuffs. And you know what happens now. So Seliph is just going to be attacking first. He's going to be surviving. Unfortunately, because of Special Fighter, he is not able to charge up his Vengeance. And yeah, Nino is still going to be taking out the Sothis. Luna is extremely powerful. She might have defeated Seliph despite the Weapon Strangle advantage he had, but Nino is going to finish that job. And at this point, there's really not much they can do because their main unit was Sothis. Naga is a liability. If this was air, they still could have done something, but Naga is just like such a bad unit, honestly. But still, you have to use her because, you know, she gives you the extra lift. She gives you the defense. So yeah, 2 units gone. Now only Fina and Naga are left. Naga cannot even take out this Veronica. She needs to get danced. And they cannot really touch my Nino because she's in the Vantage range. And Ophelia is gonna do the honors of taking out this Fina. And Azura is just gonna take out that Naga. So this replay did go into my score. This replay is of the third day, and this also went into my score. Now, my opponent has got a Chronia, and this is why I've got my healing tower in the corner, where it's basically like impossible to snipe, because Chronia and Duo Halloween Hector are pretty common team composition, which a lot of people use. So healing tower in this kind of position helps a lot. So Chronia with +9 merge, Sothis with +1 armored boots, Altina with brazen skill +1 merged, Ninian as their dancer with chill attack, and Naga just to provide that Aether Raids lift increase. But they're not really going to be using their Chronia that way for Vantage sweeping. They're just going to be putting their Altina in front. Now, she is pretty bulky with brazen attack resistance, but yeah, this is where the rally trap is going to come into the play. They think Ophelia cannot reach Altina, but that is definitely not correct because she's going to jump. Veronica is going to move in for the panic, and yeah, completely panic debuffed, 24 resistance, 22 defense. And she's gonna get danced by my second legendary Azura. And because she has got Hardy Bearing, she doesn't care about the advantage of this Altina. So simply just gonna be taking her out. Now, even though my Ophelia is in front and she's a threat to my opponent's entire team, they decide to attack her with Chronia because I don't know why, because Ophelia just takes out that Chronia. They could have attacked with their Sothis. She does have armored boots, but I guess they didn't really want to put Sothis into the range of Seliph. because there's really not much they can do, and they're gonna forfeit at that point. Now for this match, I did have the immunity. This happened on the same day as the last match, but few hours after. So plus and merge Naga and Water Breath for the bulk, Aether Defense res for absorbing chill skills, which is actually really good. And Aether's resistance, of course, as well. And Fiarm plus to merge Sudden Panic. And once again, another Naga. This one has got Life and Death 4, so she's there to absorb chill attack and chill speed debuffs, while this Naga is there to absorb chill defense and chill resistance debuff. So overall, a pretty nice use of their Nagas. Plus a Naga once again. +1 Duo Marth. With Tangrisner, Armored Boots, and Altina with +10 merge as well. So this is a whale, clearly. Pulse Smoke as well, which is actually pretty annoying for my team, but if she gets in there to Pulse Smoke any of my units, she's gonna get hit by Ophelia. So yeah, they're mainly gonna be using this absolutely buffed up Marth. And yeah, one of the weaknesses of this team is actually Bridal Fiarm, because if you use Bridal Fiarm nicely, then like the main weakness of Azura is that she doesn't have HP to avoid getting like affected by Fiarm's staff. So that's why. So they have taken their time to set up, and Marth is gonna get smited by Naga, and they're completely buffed. The biggest threat to them is Veronica, but they're gonna choose to take out my other Azura because the Azura in the middle has been affected by Fiarm. So she cannot really dance anyone, and this other Azura is gonna get taken out. But still, Veronica can do the panic, so that's really good. But because Veronica does way more damage to Fiarm than she does to a 37 resistance Marth, she's gonna choose to attack Fiarm, and that was a really good play by my opponent, having Fiarm in the range of Veronica. So this way they are able to keep their buffs, because if this Marth got hit with panic, that was it. That was it for this Marth, because as you will see, Salif does no damage, but Ophelia was just so very close to take out this Marth. Oh man, if she had like few more merges, she would have been able to do it. So yeah, unfortunately, Ophelia not being able to do that. This is really interesting with Fury. I mean, Marth is just so bulky that he can definitely take some physical hits. And Marth is actually trapped by my Salif. So that's pretty good. But unfortunately for me, this Naga has got guidance inherited on her slot C. So this Marth is able to escape. Otherwise, this Marth would have been blocked there. I mean, they could have attacked my Salif with their Fiarm, but Salif would have survived right there. So there's really not much I can do. Azura cannot sing because that has been disabled. And this is a whale Naga, so she actually is useful to my opponent. And I guess not that big of a liability. Altina is just gonna take out that panic Veronica, who could be an issue, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, Nino is gonna rally up Azura, but Azura is just gonna choose to attack Fiarm, and that's why you need to have Aether Defense on your Azura, because so that's why the thing is, if she had less attack, she wouldn't choose to attack Fiarm. She would have danced this Nino, and Nino would have definitely nuked someone here. So yeah, that's why you need to keep the attack of your dancer low. And now they just need to collect the Aether Raids pots, and they could easily do that because they can just attack Naga. And Azura is just gonna go down at last. So this loss did not actually count into my score, thankfully. I was still in the immunity. This match did count into my score because this was on the fresh day. So my opponent has got 2 mythics in Naga and Altina with a standard build, Leon as the dancer with defense tactic, Micaiah with +1 merge and with attack respond, and Marth, Duo Marth as the bonus unit with attack tactic. So they're just going to be setting up right here. Taking their time, breaking the structures which I have. The panic banner gone. And now they're also going to break that tactics room. Micaiah is going to get danced. And she does have the attack resistance bond buff. So this chill resistance doesn't really count in combat for her. And this is actually pretty good because Naga cannot really be sniped from here. And she's still able to activate attack resistance bond on Micaiah. So here my Nino is going to be using Rally and she's going to get danced by Azura. And no matter how much resistance this Micaiah has, and even if she has attack resistance bond active, she's going to get shredded by my Nino's Luna. And that's why Luna is just so good cutting through these kinds of res tanks. And she's going to get danced once again. She's going to absolutely nuke Leon. And she is in the close counter vantage range. So yeah, she's completely buffed. This is a threatening Nino right here. And yeah, that is going to be it. They're going to forfeit because Nino would have destroyed the other units. Naga cannot really do anything. And Altina was also debuffed. And there's just really no way they could have done that. So this match did count into my score. And then we have the match for the final day. So once again, this was on a fresh day. And this did count into my score. And yeah, this is a Galeforce team. I was in tier 26, like almost at tier 27 at this point. So yeah, they've got Galeforce, plus 10 Naga, attack tactic, attack res link with smite, Galeforce Sylvia, plus 2 merged, and Galeforce Alphonse. So just a Galeforce team, and it's actually pretty beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. So they're just gonna be setting up. And yeah, they're gonna be smiting their Leith. So Leith is extremely fast. This is a plus speed IV Leith who has got debuffed, but she still has 49 speed. So she's gonna try to trigger the Galeforce on Seliph. Now sometimes Seliphs do like to run guard, but thankfully my Seliph does not run that. Like thankfully for my opponent, I guess. So they're gonna get the Galeforce. They're gonna take out Veronica. Get the defense smoke on all of my units. That's 9 defense Ophelia. And Alphonse is the only reason why this has been possible. Alphonse is a bonus unit right now. He's got huge HP. There's not many things that can take vengeance from a 1 HP Seliph with that high HP. But Alphonse here was able to do that for my opponent. Trigger the Wings of Mercy for Altina to warp here. Use Galeforce to take out the Azura. And then take out my Nino. So they've got Heavy Blade and Quick on Pulse to make Galeforce a 4-turn cooldown special. And now Sylvia is just gonna warp here. Use also, and she's also gonna double that Ophelia. And she is gonna be singing to Altina. And now they have trapped my Altina. So what a way to end my final replay. Usually I trap poor NPC units in the abyssal maps and stuff like that for my free-to-play guides, but here, my own poor Azura has been trapped. She's gonna go down after my opponent has got the pots. So with this team, I only lost 80 lift in this entire week. So a solid Aether Raids defense team is definitely required if you want to reach tier 27. Now, of course, you could also use double mythics. I personally don't really use them. I still don't really have like Thracier or Yune on this account, so that's the thing. So this team is overall pretty good against Vantage strategies because I've got Hardy Bearing Ophelia, I've got Veronica with Panic, Dazzling Panic, I've got Seliph who's really hard to take out, and against super tank teams, Veronica can just panic them. Nino has got Luna, also Ophelia is a pretty big nuke, and against like hit and run strats, this team is fully capable of catching those enemies. If you saw, Ophelia will come down all the way here to slap your units. So this team can catch hit and run strategies. Galeforce teams are really rare and very hard to execute, so they are not really going to be seen all that much. But if my opponent didn't have that high HP Alphonse thanks to being a bonus unit, Vent and Silif would have definitely nuked something. So yeah, overall this team does well against most of the normal teams. As I said, it can struggle against FEH, and because this is an Infantry Pulse team, obviously Pulse Smoke and stuff like that is going to be annoying. But still, for what it's worth, being put together on a free-to-play account with no Defensive Mythic Heroes used, it has done a good enough job for me. Alright, so the season has ended, and just as an extra proof that I did make into tier 27, here are the rewards. So yeah, that is going to be it for the series. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Helps me a lot with YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, then make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be doing another series but for the light season. And be sure to hit the notification bell, because YouTube sub boxes are about as functional as my team is against Bridal FEH. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.